Happy Sunday. Today I'm going to be streaming again Advent of Code, day 12 in Go using TDD. I peeked at this at the end of yesterday's stream. I haven't really looked into how to solve it yet. Just been thinking about it. With that in mind, actually, let's minimize this, minimize me, and let's read the prompt for day 12. Um, so what there is going to be a JSON document which contains a variety of things, arrays, objects, numbers, and strings. Okay. We have to find all the numbers throughout the document and add them together, right? So 1, 2, 3, add them together. Key values there, add them together. Yeah. So here's our input. Pretty long, full lines. Each of these look like they're sort of a different line. Some of them might continue. I'm assuming that actually, well, we'll find out when we get to it. This is kind of weird, right? There's like a gap here after the negative, and then it goes to a 30. So I wonder if this is just one long string. I think it is. Yikes. Okay. So probably what we're going to have to do is look into how we can take, how JSON documents are managed in Go, which I don't know. So let's figure that out. But first, let's. I want to see if this is just one long line. I'm just gonna put it here in this input. Let's see. All right, one long line. So the way the way we are going to read this is the same way that we've read other things that have been one long line. I think day one was one long line. So what we're going to do is grab day one, copy it, just paste it, call it day 12. And that's that. All right, so let's cd into 12, open it up. We don't care about saving that, so we're not going to save it. All right, so first things first, let's grab this input, get rid of it, copy and paste that here again, save it. We can be done with that. And our tests are pretty lackluster here. I'm going to get rid of 2, comment out part 1, and I don't know. I think we're just going to want to pull out a string and do some sort of parsing afterwards, right? So let's just start with this string right here. Input test, just one input test. Okay. All right. Right. Let's see. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. This is only going to be a string, I think, that we're going to be passing into it. We might, no, we'll leave it for now. We might like pre-process this data down here and then pass it in. We'll see. In this case, though, we're just going to hold on. Input append. I think that's all we need. Let's test it. Terminal. Nope. All right, what do we got? Oh, because right. Yeah, we didn't do that right at all. So we're just going to want to return string file, I think. And get rid of this. Drop. Doesn't need to make it literal, does it? We'll just return the string. Oh, we never changed these. All right, and we got a passing test. All right, so let's learn how to decode that's spelled wrong. Decode JSON. So there's a JSON. Oh yeah, I've seen this before in work, but I never used it. Yeah, like some sort of marshal and unmarshal. Let's. I think it's marshal. Where did I see that? Marshal. No, we don't want. We already have JSON encoded V. Well, I guess we're not. I think so. I think that if we convert this string into JSON, into a JSON document, then it'll be easier to parse over, right? Because instead of having to worry about all the like formatting bits, right? Like the colons or the brackets, like there's going to be like keys and values, and we can just like should be able to go through all those keys and values and pick out numbers, right? We won't have to do something ridiculous like iterate over every character in this line and figure out whether it's a number. And if it is a number, is there a number following it or something else? And if there is a number, was the preceding thing like a negative, right? You know, like that. That's something we could do, but that's not something I want to do. So let's I'm going to convert the string to JSON. Let's see. If you have no you don't know what kind of I don't think this is quite decode JSON with unknown structure. All right. So let me look at my regular. Okay, so this is one thing that I'm gonna have to do. There's lots of double quotes in here, and just like they have here, I'm gonna have to like surround it in single quotes, right? So okay, let's think about. I don't even know what this stuff's gonna look like. How to write tests for it. So I'm going to cheat, right? And I'm going to write my function first. It'll be after load input. I'll just do what they're doing right here. In equals right, and then we've got. Oh, I need to make a function, don't I? What's this called? What do we? That's not a good function name, but we're gonna go with it. All right, so we're gonna pass in data, which is a string, and we're gonna pass out. I don't know. We're gonna pass out. Also a string. Out. What is out? It's still a string. JSON is confusing to me. So this unmarshal, right, looks like it decoder, decode. What did I? Great. Right, this is where I was. Single struct. It's well defined unless you're not getting the input. I don't know. I mean, I think that it's this Marshall stuff. So I'm just gonna look at Marshall. And it says V interface. I don't know what that interface is. We're just gonna go with byte, right? Or with data. So let's okay. Um, so let's see what we get here. So JSON, it would be JSON Marshall. I think this should import it, right? Data. Save it and see if that solves it. It says it's in the standard library. Maybe I just need to say Marshall. Maybe I just have to say Marshall. No, there's no way. I assume I just say JSON Marshall. Would think that it would import it. All right. Why isn't this working? Oh, we just do Marshall? Oh, this is because I still have, let's, we're just gonna fake this, right? This is what's got me caught up. I'm doing everything wrong here, and I come here. Undeclared name. Well, I haven't seen that before. Why is it orange? The hell is this? Oh. I was doing Shift S, I think, instead of no, not Shift S. I was doing something wrong. All right, shocker, right? All right. So it looks like JSON Marshall does work, but that's not what we pass into it. We need an interface. What? Do we have to like make this thing? So I'm gonna make spelling everything wrong. Spelling everything wrong today. All right, so in this case, we want to include um, that quote, right? So let's use an escape character quote, our string, which will be that stuff that we have. Other escape string data. I don't know why it's unhappy about this. Data. What do we got here? What's it unhappy about? I mean, unknown escape sequence. How's that not? Why can't I escape a single quote? Oh, I don't like this at all. I don't think I had enough coffee today. String, string. Why doesn't it like this? What I'm doing. Oh, are those backticks? Well, it doesn't like that either. Running into all sorts of problems today. No. SQL. Oh, maybe I need two of them. Who knows? All right. So this is going to be I need this interface and I don't know what it is. What was V? Did we set V earlier? There's no V. It's just like you're just supposed to put v interface there, even though it's not a thing. It's not declared anywhere. I literally hate this. I hate JSON. I'm sure I'm doing something super wrong, and it's super easy. So maybe I need to read it as a JSON file. Let's change this. All right. I guess I didn't need to do that. I need to care about my input test. Let's try this again. And the question is what, we're gonna have to reload this input. Comment this out for now. They want me to parse the structs. I don't want to parse the structs yet, but let's just go ahead. All right, open file name. That's what we're doing. If checking the error. All right. All right, so we're seeing unmarshal. See, this is crap, and I'll tell you why this is crap. Because unstructured data. Maybe this will help. Defer. Yeah, we do need to add this though. It's making me cranky. We got that. Now we have to, let's do this byte value. Okay, we're setting two things. I don't know what IO util read all files, what mine's called. So they're just like making any sort of interface. Let's just try it. I don't like doing it this way. I like, no, that's fine. Map a string. Well, maybe that just makes my interface. That's byte value that I assigned above. The pointing to the memory address of result. Don't know why. Oh, just because we're just using that. Then what are we going to print? Just print result. Okay, so we're going to fail our test, but we're going to print out that whatever that result is and see what we got here. Nothing. It's real mad. Oh. Okay. All right, so it didn't do anything, which is not great. Maybe if we use a different one. All right, so got A2 and A4. So the nice thing about our big yeah, I think this will work. The problem is, right, is that it's going to see the things inside, right? So let's just look at our input real quick and just do some of it, right? Let's see. I could just do the whole thing. I don't want to do the whole thing. Ah, this stuff just makes my head twist. All right, so what do we got here? I'm just gonna copy this, dump it in here. All right, so let's see, we got this that has corresponding friend. We've got this that has closing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is stop here and see what's missing. Right, okay. Now let's test. Right, so I mean, it has these lists in here, right? This map with A equals slice here, B equals just the color. Maybe it'll work. All right. Oh, I just hate it. All right. How do I iterate through a list? I hate this. How many times can I say I hate this before you start getting annoyed with me for saying that I hate it? The problem is I don't have structs. There's no I don't everything is just random. Um which right, that's the problem with this dumb JSON file is that that's not how people are used to reading JSON files, right? Usually there's still some sort of, even though it's unstructured, there's still some sort of structure to it. Um, um, where's that library? Okay. Um, can you iterate? Oh, now there's nesting loops. I have to be doing this wrong. I have to be doing this wrong because they're I'm not going to make some horrible recursive going through the structure of this JSON object. That's crazy. That's crazy. This might just be the next one I quit. Or maybe I just need new coffee, or maybe I need to learn more about JSON. But now if you do a for loop, all right, so we've got a JSON document, right? I wonder, I'm just giving up on TDD right now. Just gonna return results. And that's not gonna be right because this is a map string interface. Bam, now we've made it okay. And I'm doing this all wrong. And right. I wonder if I do a dot for don't care about that. Key. I don't know if I can range over this, but let's fmt print line key and see what we get out. Let's, what do we do? Sure doesn't like this at all. Oh. Why doesn't it like this? Hmm? Oh, because it's a string. Can I do that? Sometimes that works. All right. I'm ready to just get on with my day. Oh, it works now. Now let's try it. We're gonna do it from our test just to. I feel like we have to change data. That's not even what I called it. It's not. Obviously, that's not gonna be right. All right, so the first one. Right, so the first test, we are just get rid of it. All right, so it's printing out. Let's make this bigger. Input test. What's this? All right. I'm just gonna add another right, just so I can see if it has multiple lines. No, just the one. Well, this exposes some sort of deep lack of knowledge about this problem that I currently have. I'm not gonna stay here being pissed off about it though. I have other things to do. I can't iterate. I mean, I've learned things, right? I can't iterate over JSON document. These sorts of documents are, I don't know. I just can't. I can't deal with this anymore. I have other things to do today. I was hoping this would just be easy, where there's, a library that just converts it into something that has a library to parse. That is clearly not the case. I mean, maybe I can go back to just turning this into a string and iterating over, every character, and if it's a number, checking the preceding one for whether it's a negative number and then continuing until it stops being a number, because I know that there's some sort of an um, is number thing, right? So I could just go through that and pull out all the numbers and dump all those numbers into, you know, a slice and then add them up. That seems, I mean, that's a solution, but it's a super brute forcey one that really leaves me worried about, once we have the sum of all the numbers, what they're going to ask for part two. That sort of a solution is probably completely unreusable. Um, unlike my one yesterday where all I had to do was, you know, put the other value in and run it again, right? Everything was able to be reused. This sort of solution that I'm potentially proposing says, like, nope, nope, can't do it. Um, so maybe I'll just think about it some more. Ugh, I haven't come up with a better way. I will admit to you right now that in the meantime, I might read over some stuff and see if I can learn something about whether it's even possible to parse JSON documents in the way that I'm imagining in Go. And if that's, if it seems like that brute force iterating over the length of that is the only way to do it, then we'll do it, right? I'm sure that we'll be able to get us, at least 1 star out of that if we do it that day. It just seems super ugly and seems like the way, not the way that the people writing it want us to do it. So, anyways, come back tomorrow around lunchtime, and I'll do that. If I come up with something better, or if you think of something better, then send me a message. Let me know. I post these to YouTube afterwards, so just find them there. I think you can just search for Golang Advent of Code and find them. All right. Hope you have a better day than I'm currently having after this depressing attempt. All right, take care.